Okay, we're going to create true statements with our inequality symbols. We're going to drag and drop these cute little inequality symbols over here and make these statements true or false. Actually, we're not making them false. We're making them true. Sorry. All right, let's get started. 4 is something to 9. Well, we know 4 is a smaller number. It is less than 9. 0.5 is something to 0.45. We're going to compare those first numbers here in the tenths, T-E-N-T-H-S, tenth spot. And it looks like this number is larger than this number. So 0.5 is greater than 0.45. I have -3 and a -2. -3 is further along on that number line than -2. So -3 is actually less than -2. Even though that 3 is bigger, that negative sign in front tells you which one is going to be bigger or smaller. I have -6.1 is something to -6.10. Now, they try and trip you up right here by adding this 0. If you take away that 0, you have -6.1, -6.1. I do not have an equal sign here. That was what you would put there. However, I could put, I'm going to do it this way. I could put greater than or equal to. I could put less than or equal to. Right now, they're just equal. But when we are working with inequality statements, you're going to see less than or equal to, greater than or equal to. These are equal at this point. So when we start graphing them on a number line or we start putting them in statements and we end up with something like this, either one of these signs would fit because we are not going to have an equal sign. So either one of these would fit. So I'm going to stick them both in there since I don't have that equal sign. And this will start to make sense to you as we go on and learn more about inequalities. Let's go to the next one. 12.4 is something 12.04. Again, I'm going to look at that 0.4 and that 0.0. 0.4 is greater than that 0.0. Even though it's 0.04, I'm going to go ahead and do that. Now, we come to 1/2. They throw in a fraction there. Guess what? We're okay. We can do fractions. 1/2 is something to 0.5. You need to convert that fraction into a decimal or that decimal into a fraction. These are what we call benchmark fractions or benchmark decimals. You should know 1/2 as a decimal or 1/2 as a percent. You should know that. That should be something you should memorize. If you don't have it memorized, now's a good time to start memorizing that because it's going to make your life easier when you're doing problems like this or when you have to convert, which you probably had to do earlier this year. 1/2 equals 50%. Because I can add 1/2 and 1/2 and get 1 whole. That's 50%. 0.5 is 50%. If I move that decimal over to the right 2 spots to convert my decimal into a percent, I get 50%. Therefore, kind of like this one up here, because I don't have an equal sign, it can either be, when you start to see it later on, it can either be less than or equal to, greater than or equal to. The point is these two are equal. As in, these two are equal. But because I did not provide you an equal sign, it could go either way. Because of that line underneath where it says less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, that kind of, it's sharing that equal sign. So this is what this page should look like. You should have done it before watching this video. This video is just to check your answers to make sure you got them correct. And if you don't understand why, hopefully now you have a better understanding.